Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to take a look at a big update about Pikachu with grey felt hat, that Van Gogh Pikachu, which has been causing so much commotion lately. It is no longer being given out at the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam in the Netherlands. It's not happening. As a side note, technically Amsterdam is in Holland, I grant you, but Holland is not the country. The country is the Netherlands. Holland is a region within the Netherlands, but it would be like calling the USA the Midwest. No, the Midwest is in the USA. The USA is not the Midwest. Holland is in the Netherlands. The Netherlands is not Holland. There we go. This matters very, very much to me. But it turns out that the Van Gogh promo, Pikachu with grey felt hat, is, as of now, no longer being given out at the Van Gogh Museum. You can still go. You can still go and see the exhibit, and we'll talk about this more in a minute, but you definitely should still go. But the promo card is no longer being given out. And I want to be 100% clear about this. They have not run out of promos. This is not a supply issue. This is an idiot scalper issue. This is a bunch of scalpers being frankly appallingly behaved, and yes, I am aware how British I sounded when I said that, and making it so that it's not worth giving out the promo in person. It is not a supply issue. It is an idiot issue. Here's what they said. The Van Gogh Museum and the Pokémon Company International take the safety and security of visitors and staff very seriously. Recently, a small group of individuals has created an undesirable situation that has led us to take the difficult decision to remove the Pikachu with grey felt hat promo card from the museum. In this way, visitors will be able to experience the special collection of Pokémon paintings and the rest of the museum in a safe and enjoyable manner. In this release, it says nothing about running out of cards or supply being gone, and in fact, it is being made available. We'll get to that in a moment. It is 100% an undesirable situation to protect the safety and security of visitors and staff. It is literally because the scalpers who went along could not behave. And I say scalpers, or resellers if you want to be generous, which I personally don't, because the regular fans who are going aren't doing this. The regular fans who want to go and see the Pokemon stuff and get the promo are queuing up very nicely, going around the museum and getting their promo card at the end. I mean, the gift shop had a bunch of exclusive merch in. Remember, I've told you this before. In terms of the merch, the Pikachu plush was available on both the Pokemon Center and at the Van Gogh Museum, but everything else, your t-shirts and magnets and books and pens and all of that, was only available at the Van Gogh Museum. And this is what the Van Gogh Museum looked like on opening day of the collection. And this picture really doesn't show quite how badly behaved people were. Pushing and shoving and grabbing everything. And I spoke to a bunch of people that went there on day one and the first couple of days, and I'm hearing stories like people stealing an entire box of promos so that there were none to be given out for the rest of the day. People arguing with security, trying to get extra promos. People changing their clothing to try and go around again to subvert the 1 per day rule. People just behaving appallingly. And why? So they can sell it for a small profit online. And the thing is, in the grand scheme of things, the profit to be made on Pikachu with grey felt hat really isn't even that much. Like, as I sit here at the moment, it's around about $100 card-ish. Here's 3 in a row, one not in the bag, that's important because they did come sealed, for $80, and then one for $107 and one for $100 with $5 shipping. It is about a $100 card. Although, as I'm going to tell you in a minute, this is being made available in other places. The price of this card is going to crash. Unless you have to have it now, and you might have to have it now, you might have your reasons, that's absolutely fine. I'm not your dad, this is friendly advice on your old pal Wassy. But unless you have to have this card now, do not buy this from resellers on eBay, Facebook, etc. yet. Do not do it. It is a terrible idea. The price of this is going to drop. Do not buy this card now. Cannot stress that enough. Now is a terrible, 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 terrible time to buy this card. But here's the terrible thing, right? We've had a lot of cool promos. We had the screen promos from the collection over in Japan that came out in, I want to say, 2018, which was awesome. They were great. We've had this collaboration with the Van Gogh Museum. We're probably not getting another one. Because the thing is, right, the people at the Pokemon Company know how badly this went at the museum in terms of the behavior of the resellers. And you know that when Pokemon, or if Pokemon, go to another museum and go, hey, do you want to do this collection thing, blah, 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 promo card? Well, the people who run the museum, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to go and look at what happened last time. And they're going to find out about the Edward Munch screen promos, and they're going to find out that that was pretty cool and everybody loved them. And they're going to find out about the Pikachu with grey felt hat, and then they're going to find all of the news stories about people going silly, and then they're going to go, yeah, we don't want a promo card. I think from now on, the best case scenario is that we have tie-in promos given out at the Pokemon Center online rather than in the venue. I would be very, very surprised if they did an in-venue promo for a collaboration like this again in the future. I would be absolutely stunned if we got an in-venue promo like we did here. Bearing in mind, it took about 2 weeks to take the decision to stop giving out the promo cards at the Van Gogh Museum when the collaboration is still actually going on for 3 more months. And they've just cut the promos out. And bearing in mind, a lot of the time this isn't a decision to take overnight because, you know, the Van Gogh Museum have signed a contract with the Pokemon Company to say that they're providing this promo, etc. I don't know the contracts. I'm not there. I haven't seen the contracts, obviously. But there would have been some contractual basis here. So it probably took a few days to get it approved to suspend giving out the promo. And they still did it in 2 weeks. That is how fast this happened. So, no, you're not going to get the promo, but it is going on till the 7th of January. And my advice very simply is, go. If you have any chance to do so, go to the Van Gogh Museum. Because it's amazing. The collection of Pokemon stuff is amazing, and the Van Gogh Museum as a whole is amazing. Van Gogh was a phenomenal artist. And now the idiots aren't going to be going anymore because there's no profit to be made from the promo card, so it's going to be a much more pleasant visit. Go if you can. So how do we get them now? They are still being given out on the Pokemon Center like I told you the other day. Now that hasn't happened yet, and I'm sorry I don't have a time and date. If I get a time and date, I promise you I will let you know. I will be there. On Twitter telling you. I mean, I know it's not called Twitter anymore, but I'm still calling it Twitter and they can't stop me. But the point is, it is going to be available on the Pokemon Center, and it is 1 per order, not 1 per household, which would suggest they've got a few of them. It's not 1 per item anymore, but it is 1 per order, and if it was really limited in the number they had, they would generally do it 1 per household, or they do it 1 per account, so you'd have to actually log in and do it for your account. So the fact that it's 1 per order suggests they've got a bunch of them. How else is it being made available? Well, it says on the website, when they announce this, fans shopping at the Pokemon Center, United States, United Kingdom, and Canada, will soon receive another opportunity to obtain the Pikachu with grey felt hat promo card. Pokemon will give additional updates through its official email and social media channels. Pokemon will also reintroduce the promo card in participating retailers in the Netherlands early next year. It will not be available via the Van Gogh Museum. So even though the museum have gone out of their way to be like, mate, we're not giving it away anymore, in the how to get it, they've still mentioned again that they're not giving it away there. They really want people to know it's not available in the museum anymore. I am really hoping that is just going to mean that people attending the museum are going to be able to go and appreciate the collection in peace. And like I've said, I really believe strongly you should go along. If you have any chance to do so, I could not recommend it more highly. If you're a fan of Pokemon, it's just a phenomenal thing. And I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, seeing it in person hits differently to seeing... I know we've all seen the 6 pictures, but seeing them on your computer screen and seeing them in the Van Gogh Museum in person, it is not the same. It really isn't. Why are they only being made available in retailers in the Netherlands and not elsewhere? Because this is the replacement for having it available in the Van Gogh Museum. It's no longer in the Van Gogh Museum, so instead of that, they've gone and made it available here instead, in the Netherlands. And I've seen some people complaining about this, but initially it looked like people were thinking it was only going to be available at the Van Gogh Museum. It's now available in the UK, US and Canada through the Pokémon Centre, and the Netherlands through a bunch of shops without having to go to the museum. In what way is this worse? They are making it far more widely available than it was before. This is a good thing, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very, very good thing. Is it perfect? No. No, it's not perfect, and I ain't going to pretend for a second that it is perfect. But honestly here, the fact that you can now visit the Van Gogh Museum without having to worry about the scalpers, that's a good thing. The fact that it's being made available in 4 countries rather than 1, that's a good thing. And the fact that it is being made available in these ways suggests that Pokemon are still printing it heavily, or at least they've got a lot of them, they've printed it in the past. And that means that in theory, and obviously I can't promise, but in theory it seems like it's going to be available enough that the price is going to drop quite significantly. It's certainly not going to be a $100 promo when it's available on the Pokemon Center when you order TCG stuff. This is a good thing, ladies and gentlemen, but the way it came about is horrendous. The fact that they've literally had to stop giving it out in the museum because of the behaviour of quote-unquote fans, that's embarrassing. And it really, really does hurt our chances of getting something cool like this again in the future, which we should all be very upset about. Right, that's what you need to know, ladies and gentlemen, and now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about all this in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join the Discord, and all kinds of fun things. And of course, get shoutouts on the channel, like the lovely Kanto Royalty, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and is a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.